Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham.
Nithyanandam, to all participants, that was a very beautiful session Swamiji spoke, right? How knowing the Pancha Krityas of Paramashiva gives you Ishwaratva. So everyone understanding this? Knowing that you are the Ishvara of Paramashiva, understanding the Pancha Krityas of Paramashiva, you become Ishvara of your life. See, Paramashiva, right? See, Paramashiva is the source for this whole cosmos. Very beautifully Swamiji explained, right? How the Panchakrityas are happening in the universe. How beautifully, synergetically, simultaneously, spontaneously it's happening in the macrocosm. Not just that alone, even in the microcosm also it's happening. Whatever these Panchakrityas, whatever is happening in the macrocosm is happening even in the microcosm, in your inner space, in you. These Panchakrityas, Paramashiva manifests it, does it, the creation, the sustenance, the rejuvenation, the putting into delusion and liberation. Paramashiva continuously manifests it. And the same thing even we do. All of us have Paramashivanas and are constantly doing these. Exist. What is Ishwaratva? Swamiji beautifully spoke about Ishwaratva. What is Ishwaratva? Ishwaratva is that existence. Very beautifully Swamiji shares that the existence of Ishwaratva, meaning the leadership quality, is nothing but the decision to own up to the principles of creation, sustenance, rejuvenation, delusion, and liberation in our existence, in your existence. Whatever is happening in the cosmos, see, whatever these Panchakrityas happening in the cosmos is happening in you. Owning up to that is Ishwaratva. You continuously are generating, you are constantly creating something in you. You are constantly sustaining it, constantly rejuvenating. Take your cells, for example. Your cells are continuously being created, sustained, then rejuvenated. And you yourself put yourself into delusion. When you see different choices, you put yourself into delusion. And finally, through your seeking, you take the decision to get liberated. You liberate yourself from the Maya matrix. See, these Panchakrityas are constantly happening in us, and deciding to own up for these Panchakrityas that are happening in us is Ishwaratva. Is everyone understanding, all the participants? How the Panchakrityas are happening in our own life? See, only when you own up. See, a little to understand how Paramashiva does this Panchakritya. Paramashiva does the Panchakrityas, the Big Bang, like in the macrocosm, right? The Big Bang, the black hole, the V hole, the Vishnu hole, and the delusion, the grey hole, and ultimately the. This understand Swamiji says, Paramashiva's Panchakrityas, right? What he does in the macrocosm, he also does in the microcosm. See, owning up to the Panchakrityas of your life is to understand that you are Paramashiva. Whatever you are manifesting, understand Swamiji says, whatever you are manifesting, you are responsible for it as you are Paramashiva. Whether it is something internally, your thoughts, and all of the things internally, or any external situations that you're going through, you are manifesting the Panchakrityas. You create a thought. You sustain it. Then you destroy it when a new thought comes. And those thoughts put you into delusion, and you also liberate yourself from the thought when you decide, okay, let me let go of it. These panchakrityas are constantly happening in us as you are Paramashiva. And when you own that, you experience that Ishwaratva. You experience Paramashivoham, that Paramashivatva in you. See, to give an example, is all participants understanding how the panchakrityas are happening in our life? See, to give an example, how panchakrityas are manifesting the microcosm in our own cells being born in you, right? So, for example, science have very beautifully proven that, like, for example, if I just touch my hand, right? Okay, if I just touch my hand, millions of cells are dying and they are being born. It's a creation aspect. Or a mother giving birth to a child. That's the biggest creation she does. Or you're creating new friendship with your friends. Or manifesting new friends. Or manifesting a job opportunity. That's creation in your life. Right? That's creation aspect. Now the sustenance, what you do. You breeding. You're taking care of yourself, eating the food, taking care of yourself. Then speaking to your friends and families, taking care of your family and having that healthy relationship, make sure it's going smooth, right? That's the sustenance aspect of you. Now the rejuvenation, understand, samhara is not destruction, no. Samhara is rejuvenation. It's getting rejuvenated. Like argument. But for a while, you're having this argument, but it's coming back. Like, you're competing with it, with your friends. Or you're falling down and you're hurting yourself. It's like a rejuvenation process for your body. Your skin may get damaged, but it again regenerates. The skin gets rejuvenated there, and the wound heals. Just like this, all the 5 panchakrityas continuously are happening in your life. You decide, now some opportunities may come in front of you. You decide, okay, you when you know something is against what your being wants. Maybe okay, the best for me is to not smoke, but that's good for my health. But you decide, no, it's okay. I somewhere desire, I want to smoke. So you get into that. You put yourself into delusion. You put yourself into that, knowing that it is not good for you, or that is not what your being wants. And then when you realize, okay, let me let go of this, let me drop any incompletions, or let me drop any patterns, let me let go of all the suffering that I'm going through, that you liberate yourself. Are each of you understanding? Any questions? Do any of you have any questions? So, each owning up for the Panchakrityas manifesting in your life. See, when sufferings have been added to our life, right? When sufferings are there in our life, what we do? Simplest reason what we do, we blame God. Say, God, you only gave the suffering to me. Why are you putting this suffering on me, right? How many of you have done this in your life earlier? Before coming to Swamiji, you blame a God. After coming to Swamiji, you'll be like, Swamiji, why are you manifesting this suffering for me? You thought you'll help people. Why are you manifesting? How many of you have this? Right? If anything good happens, you take it as, okay, I'm the one who's manifesting. If anything negative happens, you blame it God, you blame it Swamiji. Many times we have done this, right? This is not the first time we have done it. Many times we have done this. But understand, owning up not just for the good things alone, even for whatever happening in your life, that is Ishwaratva. Paramashiva, not just alone, he owns up for every single, including the samhara he does, he owns up to it. As Paramashiva, we can't just only take only the good aspect for it. No, even the bad aspect also. I'm not saying it's like the bad aspect. It is yet to be a good aspect. That's all. See, any suffering manifesting in your life is nothing but a reminder to you to own up to your panchakrityas. To give an example, like okay, I request any of the participants to post an example to understand this better. It can be anyone. Ma Anandeshwari, Rahul Kanaya,
Maluhya Mauna Makalili Wong. Any of you can pose? Ma Paramashakti Nithyanandam.
Okay, to give an example that okay, let's say that I'm not able to manifest right? All of us want to manifest JP Nari, right? So that's one of the biggest thing we all of us want to a desire which we want to manifest. Now, what is happening in you? You're not able to manifest a good job for yourself. You're not able to manifest that much amount of income where you can even make an initial payment for it. But understand, even this is also your manifestation. First and all participants need to understand, if you just own up to the Pancha Krityas, if you just own up to all the things happening in your life, always there'll be a solution. Can I request all participants now? Let us do this simple, very beautiful exercise form just given. Analyze how many of your principles are in the right line towards your manifestation.
How do you actually experience the principle of creation, the Shrishti, in your life? And what are all the common delusions that you are encountering? And how have they impacted you? How each of these are happening in your life? Can I request all of the participants to please spend on?
Let us analyze whether all the things which are manifesting in our life, all the principles which are manifesting, right, are they manifesting in the right direction for you or not? Just analyze this.
Nithyananda, I hope all the participants, all of you have been able to write down where in your life you are doing the principle of creation and all the obstacles that you face in it and how you are actually manifesting that creation aspect. Can I request all the participants to post if you have any questions or doubts and what you have been able to internalize and analyze so far? Quixin Vengaya, Rahul Kanaya, Ma Irene, Ma Teresa, Nithyanandam, Ma Jnanapradayini, Ma Anand Reshful, Ma Basti, Ma Lita, Ma Sophia, Nithyanandam,
Okay.
Ma Shobana Saxena. You can also post, Ma.
Okay. So, it's all participants. I request all participants to post if any questions, any doubts you have. Do feel free to post in the chat section. Ma Sophia Yinzi, Nithyanandam to you. Okay. So, in this session, right, all of us did the Pancha Krityas. Like all of us analyzed whether the principle, meaning whatever we are manifesting in our life, is it according to the right direction? All of us just had, like, we analyzed whether is how many of our principles the right direction towards our manifestation. Now, the next step, I request all participants to please, let's do it together, okay? Now, actively engage with the principles of the Pancha Krityas to experience the personal growth in various aspects of it. I request you to pen down 5 aspects you're going to focus on to transform your life. For example, you want to focus on the Charya Pada. It's nothing but you deluding yourself as Sadashiva till you reach you. It is all actually self-delusion in the right direction. Bhasma, Jata, Rudraksha, carrying the name of Paramashiva himself as part of your name. It's a powerful spiritual delusion that leads you to liberation. Can I request all participants now? Now, whatever manifestations you have in your life, whatever principles you have manifested in your life so far, let us all now just take 5. Take any 5. 5 problems or 5 principles. Align them to the right direction. Align them for the right principles of Paramashiva. See, if you want to dress up like Paramashiva, right, it is no problem. It is a spiritual delusion. It's the best delusion you can have because it is going to liberate you. But if you want to dress up by somebody else, like the models, the actors or actresses, you're only deluding yourself more. You're not going to get liberated. So everyone understanding, can I request all participants to please post which are the 5 principles which you want to align in your life? Which are the 5 manifestation? Which are the 5 aspects you want to manifest in your life? Let's start with that. Okay? I request all of you to post. Choose 5. Any 5 principles which you want to align. It can be anything. Like for example, I want to wake up for morning yoga, but I'm not able to. It's a principle for you, right? It's not aligned in the right direction. Let's sit together, let's align it. So far is all participants understanding? Any doubts, any questions? Nitya Paramashiva Shakti, Ma, Nithyanandam? You have any questions, Ma?
Yes. Okay. So, shall we all start?
We request all participants to post if you have any questions. I found any help in how am I supposed to align to right direction. Please post in the chat section. Okay. Are there any manifestations? Yes. Okay. Shobhan, I request you to post your questions a bit detailed.
Like, are you referring to what you can manifest or what exactly are you referring to? Sorry, could you elaborate a little bit, please?
You see, there's so many things which happens in our life, right? There's so many principles that are manifesting in our life that is not that which is not aligned to our the right directions or the principles of Pancha Krityas. This time we align them. See, only when you own up to it. Ma Shobana, I request you to give an example. If you can give an example so you can understand it better.
All the participants to take a few minutes to write down the 5 different aspects that you want to manifest.
Okay. Rahul Kanaya, it's fine. If you
yes.
like to, you can post it here.
If you're comfortable, and even if you can post private, read it out loud, then you can be rest assured. If it's in private chat, we will not be reading it out loud. Ma Shobana Saxena, you can elaborate on your question, and we'll be happy to help.
Just by aligning, just by deciding to align all your manifestations, that itself will make you manifest Ishwaratva. See, understand Ishwaratva is nothing but what? Owning up for the Pancha Krityas that are happening in your life. Just by bringing awareness into all these fields, you are going to manifest whatever you want. Just like, see, Paramashiva, he manifests anything he wants, right? He just says, not just saying, if he thinks, he immediately manifests it. Same way, if you own up to the Pancha Krityas of our life, you will experience lead in life. Leadership quality is not the status, it is the owning up, understanding that you are Paramashiva and you are owning up to all the manifestations that are happening in you.
Are each of you understanding how you can manifest that leadership consciousness, the Ishwaratva in you? And how the Panchakrityas, the 5 cosmic actions, are continuously happening in you. And when you own up to that, you experience the Ishwaratva. I hope all of you have been able to complete writing this. And with that, with the understanding that the Panchakrityas are happening in us continuously, spontaneously, synergetically, and simultaneously, with that understanding, let us all now enter into the power manifestation. See, actually, the power manifestation also is you enter into the higher space where Swamiji flows through you. And during this time, also the Panchakrityas, Paramashiva is manifesting in you. You are creating that space of oneness, you are actually manifesting that power. So let us all do another exciting round of breath. Rahul Kanaya, I think you may be excited as in the last round you were getting it quite close. And this round also will be manifesting the power of breath, but a little bit different. What we will be doing is we will be giving all of you a name of a painting, a name of a art. And you, with the name, you will just be dropping the name into your inner space. And you will be asking Swamiji, what is this art? Like, what is the details of this art? If it's a painting, what is the painting? What colors are there? All the details about this, who's the artist, you can start scanning and see. So I request all the participants to please sit straight, chant the Mahavakya. And we will be projecting a name of an art. It's called Pleasing. The name of this art is Pleasing. And you can now chant the Mahavakya intensely and start scanning. What is the details of this art?
spiritual lullaby for samadhi, and suprabhatam, wake up call, wake up song for Paramashiva. This Mahavagya is spiritual lullaby for you to fall into samadhi. Suprabhatam, wake up song for Paramashiva to wake up in you. Just remember this one powerful cognition. This Mahavagya puts me in samadhi. This is spiritual lullaby for samadhi, and Suprabhatam, wake up song for Paramashiva in me, for Paramashiva to manifest. With this one spiritual powerful cognition, chant this Mahavagya. Mahavagya, spiritual lullaby for samadhi, and Suprabhatam, wake up call, wake up song for Paramashiva, for Paramashiva to manifest. With this one spiritual powerful cognition, chant this Mahavagya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Yes, Nithyanandam. Now, I request all the participants to please post in the chat what was the image of that was being projected. What was the image, or what was the art of pleasing? Can I request all the participants to post what were you able to see as the art? Who drew it? What was there in the art form? Like what was painted? Can I request all the participants to post whatever you saw, whatever Swamiji revealed to you? Ma Irene, Ma Lita, Ma Virupaksha, Nithyanandam, Ma Tanya Devane, Ma Basti, Rahul Kannaya, Ma Margarita, Ma Priyatmas, Ma Gabriel, Ma Shulini Durga, Ma Kalili Wong.
What did Swamiji reveal for each and every person for painting pleasing? Can I request all of you to post? Yes, Mashuni Durga, Nithyananda.
Can I request all the participants? Rahul Kanaya, what did you see? And Ma Gabriel Harris, what did you see, Ma? Ma Virupaksha? Okay, Ma, I saw some face, water, mark, mat, and letters, okay?
Okay, that's nice. Anything, any colors you were able to see?
What else? Anything else? You can, anything else if you remember that you saw? Actually, as you see also, you can post in the next rounds that we do. Okay, glaciers, brown, white, and a house. Okay. Who else? Ma Virupaksha, did you see anything? What did you see, Ma? Ma Irene Lemos, Maldita. Okay, Rahul Kanaya has posted white, blue, grey, and red. Okay.
Okay, that's nice.
So shall we all see the answer now of what was the art? Pleasing.
Okay, so this is actually a famous painting done by Raja Rama, and Pleasing is a painting produced by him. In this painting, the artist depicts Draupadi, who was the wife of the Pandavas, bewailing her lord to carry milk and honey to the court of Kichaka. This painting can be viewed at Sri Jayachama Rajendra Art Gallery, which is in Jagan Mohan Palace in Mysore, Karnataka. So, Rahul Kanaya, that's nice. You're able to see your face.
Yes. And even
Let's verify all the participants' answer. Yes,
you
red.
saw red, and even Ma Gabriel. Okay, Ma Gabriel put the word pleasing, but I had to sign away. Okay. So even Ma
Brown, white. Yes,
brown and
that's
white.
very true, Mama.
Female face, and I saw female face. Wow.
Yeah,
Actually,
you should have said this fully. Aya. You should have said this earlier.
that's why you should not guess or bring your mind in. Whatever you see, you should say that without filtering anything. It's okay. Next time, whatever you see without filtering, just share that. And I think maybe if you actually manifest this power 21 times a year, you will actually have a breakthrough, like the breath, length and breath power.
So that was a very beautiful power. Rahul Kanaya, I just want to ask you a question. Like, are you like a creative person or something like in your small or even now, like, do you like to do some kind of designing or some art related thing? Yeah?
Because
Something
actually,
creativity?
actually, usually even in these fields,
No problem, Gabriel. That's fine. No problem. Ma Ananda Ghora Rupini, yes. Nithyananda Ma.
Rahul Kanai, I think maybe Paramashiva is wanting to manifest the breath dimension through you, the creative aspect of you. Okay.
Okay. So the next session is actually going to be a very is going to be speaking about this is actually going the initiation.
Oh, okay. Rahul Kanaya has posted. Yes.
So the next session is actually going to be initiation, which all of us are going to be receiving today. As in this session, we learned, right, the Ishwaratva. Right? Ishwaratva starts to manifest when you own up for the Panchakrityas of your life. Now, Swamiji says, owning up to the Panchakritya makes us Ishvara and experience the Tatha, easiness. What is easiness? Easiness is the space in which you're established in. It's actually a very beautiful session. So let's now enter into this beautiful session.
The 11 dimensions of the universe, 25 states of consciousness, and then 5 aspects of Sadashiva, supreme reality, Ishvara. creation, operation, rejuvenation.
Now I'll explain to you from my experience my four images. The inner image I have about me. Once I try to check what exactly I feel about me. When I looked inside, I saw that shunyatva means everything is. That isness is what I feel as me. Listen. The vast isness. That is what I feel as me inside me. That is my inner image. How I project myself to others, all of you. The person who is here to transmit that experience to all of you. You can call me as a teacher, guru, incarnation, enlightened being. That is up to you. As per your experience. If you experience my teachings, you can consider as teacher. If you experienced my initiation, you can consider as guru. If you experienced my energy, you can consider as enlightened being. If you experienced my miracle powers in your life, you can consider as incarnation. It's up to you. But I project myself as a being who is here to transmit this experience to you. This isness, vastness, we can call as Atma, Paramatma, soul, consciousness, God, whatever word you want to use. This is my outer image. How others perceive me. Some people perceive me as teacher. Some people say, you may want to give enlightenment, but we want only our headache healing. Heal my headache. Solve my problem between me and my spouse. Heal my son. Give me wealth. Understand? Anything you ask within the purview of the energy of enlightenment. Even though I have not told directly that I will give you. See, I declare, I am here to give you that enlightenment, that isness experience. Even though I have not told directly that I will heal your headache, back pain, relationship problems, even though I have not told directly, if you expect, I am responsible for it. Because if somebody can give enlightenment, surely he can heal your headache. Because for enlightenment, if I have to give you 1000 volt energy, spiritual energy, to remove your headache, I have to give only 0.5 volt energy. To bless you with wealth, I have to give you only 0.1% energy. To heal your relationship problems, I have to give you only 0.1% energy. Listen. Length, when it becomes intense to the level it cannot be experienced just as a length, it jumps into the dimension of breadth. If you keep line, infinite number of lines, then it cannot be measured, understood just by one length. It, by its very reproduction, understand? reproduction is survival need. Anything which is alive has to be reproducing itself. Otherwise, it will not be alive. It's law of life. It is one of the fundamental law of constant, Nithya. Isness expands. So the isness of the length, when it becomes infinity, it cannot be any more cognized just by one idea of length. It gives birth to the next dimension of itself called breadth. Understand? I'll repeat. Just imagine one thread, 1 meter thread. You call that as a length. By its nature, it is becoming multiple number of 1 meter thread. So, when it becomes infinite number of 1 meter threads, 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter, what happens? It cannot be measured, cognized, understood anymore by this one dimension called length. So it gives birth to its next dimension, breadth. So all the threads are kept. So now length and breadth is formed. Now, because of its very nature of existence as a survival need, the length and breadth, both of them are continuously giving birth, multiplying. Understand? Even if you are a sannyasi, only when you reproduce more sannyasis, means making more people sannyasis, you are living sannyas life. Otherwise you are not sannyasi. Be very clear. Anything by its survival isness has to reproduce and expand. If you are a man, you are going to reproduce another human being. If you are sannyasi, naturally you will be producing the consciousness of sannyas in so many people's life, and so many will becoming sannyasi. How many become sannyasis is the proof of your integrity to sannyas. Understand? This is law of life. Success for a normal grihastha is what he achieves. For a sannyasi, success is what he inspires others to achieve. So, only if you are intensely making more people sannyasis, you are really in the easiness of sannyas. Otherwise, maybe you will be sannyas, not is sannyasi. The easiness multiplies by its existence. So the length by its easiness multiplies. When the multiplication breaks a point, it gives birth to the next dimension, length and breadth. Then these two go on multiplying. They give birth to the third dimension, means tons and billions of 1 meter thread kept. So, length gives birth to breadth, and length and breadth multiplying gives birth to depth. Understand this example? This is the way the dimensions manifest and gives birth to the next dimension. Length gives birth to breadth. Length and breadth together give birth to depth. And length, breadth, depth together give birth to time. That is why I am saying time is not linear. There is no past, present, future. There is only time. What you perceive now as your experience, like you are inhaling and exhaling, you call as present. What you can recollect from your stored memory, you call as past. What you expect or hope inside your head, you call as future. Understand? That is why I am saying 99% of us live 99% of our life inside our head. So keep it worthy to live. No shit inside the head. No shit in the stomach and no shit in the head. Time is not linear. Time is not linear and time does not move. The measuring scales should not be equated to content. Liter is a measuring method, but you cannot say 1 liter milk is 1 liter. No. Milk, the content. Liter is measuring mechanism, methodology. So minute, hour, day, week, month, this is measuring methodology. Do not be deluded by attributing measuring methodology to the content. So I will use two different words. Time is a measuring methodology. Kala is the content. Now, person who understood Kala does not move. Does not move. No past Kala, no present Kala, no future Kala. Kala, that's all. The measurements used to measure time, like how we have measurements, meter, liter, kilogram. How the different measuring methods are there, same way, second, minute, hour, day, week, month, year. All this are just measuring methods. Listen. Measuring methods should not be misunderstood as the content itself. Content, time does not move. If you see in the screen now, it shows as if I am moving. But I am not moving. Just the backdrop is moved front and back. Same way, for the sake of measuring, we created unit of time. Second, hour, day, week, month, year. Based on that, you call something as a past, present, future. Based on that, you come to a deluded idea, time is moving. No. No. There are some understanding all of us have. It should be called as the social understandings or social law or law of the country. How much a social law is true only for that society, law of the land, the country is only true for that country. Same way, I should say, there are something universally human beings, all human beings accept. Maybe to that level, time idea can be accepted. Like a second, minute, hour, day. This is accepted the whole globe by all human beings. So you can use this to understand about time, but don't be deluded. Time is actually linear and moving. No. Understand? Collective human understandings are not cosmic reality. So, Kala is the purer version of isness. I-S. Isness. Purer version of isness. See, these dimensions, length, breadth, depth, time, space. Next to space is Nithya. Nithya is the sixth dimension. Then after that, Nadakala, Bindukala, all the other, totally 11 dimensions. The 11th is the Paramashiva Swarupa, Paramashiva, Paramashivatva, Paramashiva, ultimate. The sixth dimension, Nithya, is isness. That isness's purest, almost 90% isness is space. I should say 80% isness is Kala, time. Alright, time is a poor word, but anyhow, I am using it. Kala. Not the unit of time, time. So be very clear. The whole humanity knows only unit of time, but not time itself. You may know the liter, but not about the milk. Don't misunderstand the measuring unit into measured content. The delusion of thinking, the measured content in the language of measuring unit led to the confusion that time is linear and it has past, present, future. Forget about it. Time is. It is neither static nor really functioning. Life is not alive just inside your body, in your every action, in your every decision, and its impact on the others' world. That is why when you can impact more people, you feel more alive. Listen. Kala is existentially alive when length grows exponentially, it gives birth to breadth. When breadth grows exponentially, it gives birth to the dimension depth. When length, breadth, depth grows exponentially, it gives birth to the dimension Kala. And when length, breadth, depth, Kala, all of them grow exponentially, they give birth to space, dimension. Quality of the isness is Ananda, and the quality of Ananda is sharing. Understand? The quality of isness, Nitya, is Ananda. Anything which is in you is always celebrates its existence. Somebody was asking me, what is exactly isness, Swamiji? Other than your body, what you think as is. See, you think your body, you are your body. And there are something more you think you are. Because many times when you feel depression, you feel you are your mind. Excited, you feel you are your mind. So it is not that you feel you are only body. You feel many things are you. Other than your body, whatever you think as you, that is called your isness. And that isness, in its core, is excitement, bliss. And anything which is and which is bliss expands its existence. Even when you are depressed, you are enjoying your depression. Understand? Be very clear. You are enjoying your depression. You may have your own reasons. Listen to this one truth. Enjoying your depression, you will reproduce more depressed people. If you are enjoying your easiness, you will reproduce more easiness. If you are enjoying your sannyas, you will reproduce more sannyasis. That's it. Easiness celebrates its existence, and anything which celebrates its existence reproduces by its very nature. Principle of existence of Ishvara is owning up for the creation principle you created, sustenance principle you created, destruction principle you created, delusion principle you created, liberation principle you created. Just see your life. I will start teaching you from Pindanda, your life, so you understand this. Owning up is the Adhomukha. Sixth phase means the unmanifest face of Paramashiva. Understand? First, understand what you created. Please understand, only if you are in a Paramashanta Swarupa, you will own up for what you created. You have created so many wonderful things. Understand? The mechanism which converts blood into blood, which is functioning inside your body, you created. Nobody else created. You created. You learnt the science from cosmos and you created. Understand one thing. The greatest creation in the known universe is human body, and you created yours. Anybody who owns up that you created your body will manifest the power of altering it, healing it, updating it, upgrading it. All the powers related to altering, manipulating, upgrading, awakening, healing, powers related to body. So, if you want to manifest the powers related to your body, bring this cognition and own up for what you created. I tell you. For example, if you have a fatty liver, sit with your liver and say, yes, I created it. What for I created? Did I put myself in some delusion and allowed this to be created? Or did I actively cooperate and created this? What for I created this fatty liver? Just see, I tell you, owning up starts healing. And I tell you, fatty liver is such a simple problem. You just need to tell your stomach, hey, can you burn little more? I'll give you mantra as the feed material. You can use any mantra. You see, in Vedagamic tradition, any mantra described in Vedas and Agamas can be used. And use that mantra to awaken the Jadaragni, fire in the stomach, ability to be in Nirahara Samyama. Means when that patterns are demanding food and it is flashing the pizza photograph in front of your eyes, or you are doing Nirahara Samyama, but within 24 hours in the dream you are having a full feast, and then you feel, what is this? What kind of a life? I am not even able to eat. What for I am earning? What for I am alive? What for? This is injustice. Hey, you being brainwashed to eat all the shit and junk and filthy food-like products continuously and fall sick is the real brainwashing happening to you. Nirahara is not brainwashing you, it is stomach washing you, detoxing you. I am only asking, go for healthy juicing for few days. When the patterns are pushing and demanding, aggressively forcing you to eat, and you being in Paramashanta Swarupa and managing Nirahara is a power, conscious power. When the tamas, inertness, dullness, Mudevi, we should not even give the title Devi for it. Inertness, tamas is pushing you to the bed. And depression, literally sulking and sucking your energy. You waking up and deciding to do yoga and start doing is a power. How much ever abuses, attacks, injustice, pains you may feel in your life, but sitting and connecting with Paramashiva and doing puja is a power, conscious power, conscious resources. Understand? You would have manifested so many conscious resources. Own up for it. When you own up what you manifested, what you created, what you are sustaining, what you are destroying, and how you were deluded and where you are still deluded, and how you need to get yourself out of delusion. And where all you have liberated yourself, where you need to further liberate yourself, just own up. Owning up is the atomukha, unmanifest face of Paramashiva, which is revealed only to yogis. Whoever owns up is yogi. Whoever does not own up is bohi. Whoever feels others are responsible, putting the onus on others, is rohi. Who does not even think about this owning up is shogi. When you own up, spontaneous, miraculous, immediate transformation starts in your life. Understand? If you are tired, bored, feeling overloaded, overwhelmed, own up that. Own up that. Own up. Owning up is the secret of Ishwaratva. One beautiful thing in your life is, if you own up now, even the past is recreated. Understand? Even the past is recreated, because past is not dead as you think. Past tense is dead, but past is not dead. Future tense is yet to manifest, but future is not yet to be manifested. Future is as much as happened as past. Past is as much as yet to happen as future. Future tense is will be. Past tense was. But past was not was. Past is. Future tense is will be. Future itself is not will be. Future is. Past, present, future is. Past tense was, future tense will be. But past, present, future is. Tatata, nityatva, isness. Paramashiva, the ultimate revelation, from the space of Paramashiva. Just settle down and sit with Paramashanta Swarupa and look around. Don't be afraid. That's the first thing. Understand, you have amazing resources. As I said yesterday, death is a conscious resource you have. You need to know, once you have manifested human body, the whole science of manifesting human body is in your bio-memory. You already have the technology, methodology of manifesting human body as part of your consciousness. Nobody can take it away. Unless you decide human life is too much of torture, let me not create human body, nobody else can stop you creating human body. That is the beauty of Paramashiva's existence, compassion, grace. owning up. When you sit and start owning up from Paramashanta Swarupa, you will see 25 heads of Paramashiva starts operating in you also. And you will know what to manifest, what to sustain, what to destroy, and what to put in delusion, how to get yourself out of delusion, and from what you are liberated, from which you need to liberate yourself more. That's it. That's all. Nothing else. This owning up is the sixth phase of Paramashiva. Unmanifest, avyakta, adhomukha, ajomukha, antimatter. All those words show the owning up phase of Paramashiva. When you own up, you are Ishvara. I want all my disciples to come to the Paramashiva space of Paramashanta Swarupa and own up. Yes, what we manifested, what we are sustaining, what are we destroying or rejuvenating, what is the components where we put ourselves in delusion and where all we need to pull ourselves out of delusion. What all we already achieved liberation, where all we need to achieve liberation. Tatpurusha Ishana Satyojata Vamadeva Agora. When you own up, you are Paramashiva, you are Ishvara. If you own up your life, you become Ishvara for you, Atmeshwara. If you own up a group of people, their lives, own up for them, you become Kulapati. If you own up for a mandala, zone, for their life, you become Mandaleshwara. If you own up responsibility for a Mahamandala, you become Mahamandaleshwara. I tell you, I want all my disciples to take it very seriously. All my sannyasi disciples, take this as spiritual lesson. Gurukul Balasans, take this as a spiritual lesson. Today, you will all become Atmeshwara for yourself. Yes. These are all the places I manifested as Swamiji wanted. These are all the places I did not manifest as Swamiji wanted. These are all the places I sustained myself as Swamiji wanted. These are all the places I did not sustain myself as Swamiji wanted. These are all the places I rejuvenated myself as Swamiji wanted. These are all the places I did not rejuvenate myself as Swamiji wanted. These are all the places I pulled myself out of delusion as Swamiji wanted. These are all the places I missed and put myself in delusion even though Swamiji warned me. These are all the places I liberated myself as Swamiji taught me. These are all the places I missed it, even though Swamiji taught me. Bring that understanding and own up. If you own up today, you will become Atmeshwara, Ishvara for yourself today. This is the way in Kailasa. You become Atmeshwara first, Ishvara for yourself. Then you become Ishvara for few people, Kulapati. Then you become Ishvara for a zone, Mandaleshwara. Then you become Ishvara for Mahamandala, larger zone, Mahamandaleshwara. Helping people to own up is making them become Ishvara for themselves. Help yourself to become Atmeshwara and help everyone around you to become Ishvara for their life, and go on helping more and more and more people to become Ishvara for their life. Ishvara for themselves. I tell you, it is the way you own up. Your life is decided. Don't think whole. Don't plan to become Ishvara for the whole universe. Immediately first, become Ishvara for your life, Atmeshwara. Once you are successful, in few days actually you will be successful. I tell you, it's not that even for your own life you should become Ishvara 100%. No. If you just understand that knack and methodology and cognize it, that's enough. That same principle you can start applying tomorrow itself. Then you can start becoming Kulapati. Then you can start becoming Mandaleshwara. Then you can start becoming Mahamandaleshwara. But start from Atmeshwara. Don't plan to start becoming Mahamandaleshwara first. First Atmeshwara, owning up, then step by step by step. Whoever decides to own up become gods of Kailasa. Whoever tries to put the blame on others manifests so much of delusion and violence, they become demons, rakshasas. Understand, vegaha, sanyoga, visesha virodhi. Action and reaction are equal and opposite. One side gods, other side demons will exist forever. But if you sit in Paramashanta Swarupa and start owning up, you will become Ishvara beyond these two, action and reaction. You will become Paramashiva, Parameshwara, beyond action and reaction. Owning up is the master key. Absolutely being clear about your existence and not accumulating anything which is not relevant for you is aparigraha. I am not saying don't acquire what is directly relevant to your existence. Have a comfortable life. Just decide not to accumulate things which are not relevant to your life. That's all. You will have aparigraha. The first step of aparigraha will start happening If you just disown what you really don't need to run your life, your existence. Oh, someday it may be needed for me. That is where the delusion creeps in. Delusion creeps in. What is not needed for you, decide to disown. I just know what is the freedom I need. I don't need freedom to walk around in the mall. I may need freedom maximum to walk in the beach in the evenings in Paramashanta Swarupa, in the space of Paramashiva Samadhi. Being in the Samadhi, if it is the time when the moon will be bright, like from Dvatasi of Shukla Bhaksha to Panchami of Krishna Bhaksha, I just know what is my freedom, what is the freedom I need. So I choose my life that way, and I plan my life that way. So I feel I am absolutely liberated, free. No one can touch my freedom, my liberation. I create the liberation I wanted. I create the life I wanted. I sustain the life I wanted. I destroy the things which I don't want and rejuvenate and manifest as I wanted. I pull myself out of delusion wherever the delusion tries to be pushed on me, or wherever the delusion gets engaged or entertained, and I liberate myself more and more the way I want. So I own up. I become Ishvara for my life, and I teach everyone to become Ishvara for your own life. Understand? Each of the creative aspects of life, love added to your system, leads to enlightenment, leads to liberation, leads to more and more joy, bliss. You need to know life as such is beautiful, absolute Paramashiva. Understand? Whether the air you are breathing in or the people happening in the life is absolutely beautiful. You just need to know what you need to manifest, what you need to sustain, what you need to rejuvenate, what you need to pull out of delusion, what you need to liberate. That's it. Owning up is key. I will make this principle, truth, as a reality to all my disciples and devotees who declare their integrity to me today. This is my gift to my disciples and devotees. Understand this truth. Change in your life can be drastic and absolute. The transformation can be spontaneous and complete the moment you own up. Owning up is Ishwaratva. Just see from where you are experiencing the first person, the feeling you have about your existence. I. From where am I experiencing? It is directly Sadashiva experienced by your first person is your existence as you. You experiencing Paramashiva's first person in you is your first person. I am using different words and making you understand. When you focus on the source of your first person, you will see it's only Paramashiva's first person exists. Your first person is illusion. It's only Paramashiva's first person exists. Realizing only Paramashiva's first person exists, your first person is delusion, is what is mastering the delusion. Realizing Paramashiva's first person alone exists is liberation. Your first person is just a shadow of Paramashiva's first person exists in you. Now, sit and focus on Paramashiva's first person who is residing inside your first person.
Nithyanandam, that was a beautiful session, a powerful session on tatata, the easiness, how we can experience the pure easiness in our life by manifesting the tatata. See, what is tatata? Tatata is easiness, and we can experience it by just experiencing, by just being in that space of ananda, bliss. See, easiness is actually bliss. And if you're enjoying your easiness, you will reproduce more easiness. If you're enjoying the state that you are in, whatever state you are in, if you're enjoying it, you will experience bliss, ananda, easiness.
Tathata very beautifully Swamiji explains as that that space in which you're established, meaning the space in which you enjoy more, you manifest that more. To give an example, if like even when you are in depressed life, if you're enjoying depression, enjoying your depression will reproduce more and more depression in people.
Whatever space you are in, if you're enjoying that, you will reproduce more of that.
So understand for all the participants, if something is repetitive in your life, it is reproducing in your life again and again and again, then you need to understand that you are cherishing it, you are celebrating that, you are in that space. See, tathata means easiness, meaning if you are cherishing that in you, you will reproduce that in the same thing. If you cherish happiness, if you cherish celebration, you will reproduce that only on yourself and others. So, owning up to this, owning up to what you are reproducing in your life, owning up to what you're cherishing, what you're celebrating is the tathata. It's actually a very beautiful thing Swamiji has spoken as. And today, all the participants, all of you are going to be receiving this as an experience for each and every one of you, where you're going to be understanding what are all the things that you are reproducing in your life. What is it that you are cherishing? What is it you are celebrating within yourself, which you are reproducing in your life again and again and again. And ultimately, you are going to be reproducing Paramashiva in your own life.
And with that understanding, now we will be preparing ourselves for understanding and learning more about the grand Kumbh Mela celebrations, and we will also be preparing for the darshan. Today, all of us will be initiated into that very space of easiness. So now let us all get ready to enjoy the glimpses and understand more about the grand Kumbh Mela celebrations that are coming up, the Maha Kumbh Mela celebrations, the Maha Kumbh Mela that is coming up in 2025. Let us all get ready now.
वन्दनं गुरुवन्दनं गुरुचरणवन्दनं वन्दनं गुरुवन्दनं गुरुचरणवन्दनं नित्यानन्द गुरुचरणवन्दनं वन्दनं गुरुवन्दनं गुरुचरणवन्दनं नित्यानन्द गुरुचरणवन्दनं जन्मसार्थककरं गुरुदर्शनं वन्दनं गुरुवन्दनं गुरुचरणवन्दनं नित्यानन्द गुरुचरणवन्दनं पदसा ಸರಿ ಗರಿ ಗ ಪ ಗ ಪದ ಪದ ಸರಿ ಗರಿ ರೇ ರೇ ಸದ ಸ ಪದ ಸದ ಸದ ಗ ಪದ ಪದ ಪರೆ ಗ ಪ ಸಂಕಟ ಕವಚ ಮಧುರಾನುಭವಾನಂದಂ ಗುರು ಸ್ಮರಣಂ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ರೂಪಂ 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 ವಂದನಂ ಗುರು ವಂದನಂ ಗುರು ಚರಣ ವಂದನಂ ವಂದನಂ ಗುರು ವಂದನಂ ಗುರು ಚರಣ ವಂದನಂ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಗುರು ಚರಣ ವಂದನಂ ವಂದನಂ ಗುರು ವಂದನಂ ಗುರು ಚರಣ ವಂದನಂ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಗುರು ಚರಣ ವಂದನಂ ಜನ್ಮ ಸಾರ್ಥಕಕರಂ ಗುರುದರ್ಶನಂ ವಂದನಂ ಗುರು ವಂದನಂ ಗುರು ಚರಣ ವಂದನಂ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಗುರು ಚರಣ ವಂದನಂ ಪದ ಸದ ಸದ ಗ ಪದ ಪದ ಪರಿ ಗ ಪ ಗ ಪ ಗ ಸರಿ ಗ ರಿ ಗ ಪ ಗ ಪದ ಪದ ಸರಿ ಗ ರಿ ರೇ ರೇ ಸದ ಸ ಪದ ಸದ ಸದ ಗ ಪದ ಪದ ಪರಿ ಗ ಪ ಗ ಸಂಕಟ ಕವಚ ಮಧುರಾನುಭವಾನಂದಂ ಗುರು ಸ್ಮರಣಂ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ರೂಪಂ 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 ವಂದನಂ ಗುರು ವಂದನಂ ಗುರು ಚರಣ ವಂದನಂ ವಂದನಂ ಗುರು ವಂದನಂ ಗುರು ಚರಣ ವಂದನಂ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಗುರು ಚರಣ ವಂದನಂ ವಂದನಂ ಗುರು ವಂದನಂ ಗುರು ಚರಣ ವಂದನಂ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಗುರು ಚರಣ ವಂದನಂ
परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्याधिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. Nithyanandam to all the participants, viewers, every one of you that are joining here with us today. We welcome all of you for the Kumbh Chalo series. We welcome all the participants, Paramashivoham Level 1, Level 2, the Level 3 participants, and everyone else that are joining with us from around the world. We welcome all of you for today's very, very special program. Nithyanandam, Ma Gabriela, Ma Wongkalili, Ma Anita Razdan, KAILASA, Toronto, and Z Zhuanggo, Sophia in Z, Ma Sadashivatma, and Ma Abha Sharma, Ma Jayantananda, Ma Jody Walls, Ma Teresa, Nithyanandam. Wow, wonderful to see so many of you here. Ma Lita Sege, Nithyanandam, Ma Rani Ayer, Ma Basti Nuvildas, and all the Ma Western Tekiste, Ma Nataraja Priya Nithyanandam, and Ma Anandeshwari, Ma Virupaksha, Ma Rekha Patak, Shiv Panditaya Nithyanandam. We welcome all the participants, viewers, every one of you for this very special Kumbh Chalo series. Literally today's full day, what we have been learning is all about the multi-dimensional activity of Paramashiva. We have learnt about Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara, an introduction to the self, introduction to the universe, and introduction to the cosmos. Today, whatever you have learned, the principles of the cosmos, understanding how Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara, all of them are. Right now, you're going to be experientially understanding how you can implement this in Kumbh. Technical glitch. Today, in Kumbh Mela, what all of us are going to be, we're going to be understanding, learning the significance of what Kumbh Mela is. Nithyanandam, sorry for the technical glitch. Hope all of you are able to hear us now. Yes. So, Ma Anita Razdan, Ma Maluhya Mona, Ma Jacqueline. Okay, so before we enter into our segment today, I'm going to start with asking all the participants here. How many of you, how many of you here have already started becoming part of Kumbh Mela? How many of you here have already started joining Ma Suganma Swarupini, Ma Lita, Ma Liakori, Ma Martha Watson? How many of you have already started joining Kumbh Mela, signed up? Ma Asha Ramdas, have you already signed up for Kumbh Mela? Ma Jody Wall, yes, I see your hands up. Anyone else? How many of you here have already signed up for Kumbh Mela? Can you all please let us know in the chat? You can leave a message in the chat. If you've already signed up for Kumbh Mela, please leave a message in the chat. Ma Gabrielle Harris has posted she has signed up and she has even attended meetings of Kumbh Mela. Excellent. Actually, all those that are here, even as we talk live right now, we are having so many people who from around the world are attending the meeting, getting trained for them to be part of Kumbh Mela. So don't miss. And every one of you that are here, all the participants that are here, make sure you're all continuously, if you are having a chance, make sure you're not missing Kumbh Mela. Somehow be that, do any kind of any logistical arrangement, whatever required, all that you can do. Now, I request all the participants here, anyone here who has not signed up still, can you all please post in the chat?
See, one thing understand, this what opportunity you are getting to experience here in Kumbh Mela is something uncomparable. You can't compare it with anything else because this is a lifetime opportunity to experience that version of you in a raw, wild, crude manner. Something that you may have never ever experienced before, where a new dimension of you, which does not get affected by anything else, which does not get impacted by anything else in your life. And it just goes on like being there as a strength for you, where you understand what kind of a powerfulness you actually carry. It's a unique way where you get to discover the potential that you actually carry in you, because the way how like just to witness being part of what Swamiji is doing and to experience that space that Swamiji gives to all of us, that Swamiji is continuously providing to each and every single one of us. It's like you experience that profoundness without putting any effort of separately from your side. How many of you are understanding this? It's like a unique experience that Kumbh Mela alone can give you, something that you can't get anywhere else. Actually, the way how Swamiji made Kumbh Mela happen, it was so profound that every single person who attended the Kumbh Mela and who experienced these shifts happening in them, they started manifesting this powerfulness, the way, like all these powerful qualities, as a part of their day-to-day life, where even their business impossibilities, everything started becoming like something redundant for them.
Actually, literally, if you understand how Kumbh Mela was, and if you just study it, right, like when you see the grandeur, all of it is there. But one of the most important perspective is just understanding about how this Kumbh Mela happened, like the way how it unfolded. You will understand how you can awaken your a unique dimension of you. You will be able to see, experience, and understand it. So do not miss any one of you here. Any reason it might be you have some logistical issue, you might have any issues. Do not miss Kumbh Mela for any reason. Just decide to be there and Swamiji will manifest the rest for you. Actually, the very fact that after 5 years is the first in-house program that we are having is the most exciting thing in itself because you're literally going to be in an ecosystem to receive that energy, receive that experience. All the participants that are here with us, how many of you have signed up? Can I request all of you to confirm in the chat? Anyone else is yet to sign up? Great. I'm seeing so many people are so excited. Actually, you all should know this time for Kumbh Mela, you know what is the most special thing? First, the fact that we are hosting it in India and in LA, which has happened multiple times. This is not the first time. Swamiji has hosted it multiple. Swamiji was the first ever person to host Kumbh Mela internationally in an international country. And in addition to all of that, for the first time, as Kailasa, as the Hindu nation, officially we are conducting. See, so many Kumbh Melas, Swamiji led the whole Kumbh Mela as the supreme pontiff. Like Swamiji led it as the Mahamandaleshwar, as the king of various different kingdoms. But this Kumbh Mela, as the head of Kailasa, as the founder of Kailasa, Swamiji has established this whole Kumbh Mela, which officially for all the Hindus, it's like our country is organizing Kumbh Mela. Our Kailasa is organizing Kumbh Mela, and you are going to be a part of it. This is a history in itself to be a part of this grand Kumbh Mela. The very word, like in Kumbh Mela itself, is like the largest spiritual congregation on planet Earth. It is like when you sit, when you try in to do something by yourself versus as a group when you experience it, there's group energy. That group energy has a profound impact. Kumbh Mela is where all the people, everyone come together for one purpose, which is to experience Paramashiva, but to experience Kamaji, to experience its super consciousness. When everyone comes together in one place, and I'm not talking about 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, no, not even 100,000, I'm talking about millions. When millions come together for one purpose, you can imagine the collective group energy, how this whole space is.
And you're going to get to experience this profoundness in your life. See, how many of you have heard that more than the knowledge, the experience that you have matters a lot? Like people give so much value for the experience you have. Why? Not just by studying in school or in your college, studying few books, how many ever books you study. Unless you have had that experience, really you may really not have the actual competence for things. How important it is. to have the experience in your life, to build that competence in your life. Kumbh Mela provides you with that. This is the only place where you can meet the largest number of beings gathered in one single place, various cultural differences, the kind of, see, Hinduism, but Hinduism is like an ocean. It's so different. Every sect of Hinduism is so different. And all of us getting to collectively live together, be part. Actually, I just wanted to share this one thing, the tent that you're seeing behind. This Swamiji had exclusively gotten just for the Sarvanya Pita Yajaman, Sarvanya Pita Kartas, and it's a barren land. Right? We have been telling about how this barren land is the last few days. Um, so because of that, we don't really get any of these things. Like even to arrange for the bunker cots, only our uh, Kailasa Ujjain only had all these bunker cots arrangements made where people could come and actually have a proper place to lie down and be comfortable. And Swamiji said for all the Sarvanyapita Yajaman, Sarvanyapita Kartas, Swamiji wants to make sure it's like, literally they could have their own tents over there for this. Swamiji actually researched all the best tents that were available and how to give the best, comfortable, most powerful, sweetest experience to the people. And he himself sat, micromanaged, and arranged for this. I know how many times Swamiji himself used to go, and he would physically go to the campus and to the place where they're actually putting the tents. And Swamiji, first they came back and said, "No, no, Swamiji, we don't have this uh, tents available anywhere here. Not even the cities have any of these tents available." And they were trying to the construction team was trying to tell Swamiji only this type of tent, like very like a plastic tent, that is what is available. Swamiji said no, it'll get heated up faster, and the people should have, every SJP should have their own individual rooms. And really, that is the way how Swamiji designed, made sure that every single person has their own individual places, like the way the sacrifice that Swamiji does. Do you know, for Swamiji's self, there was, if you go and
It's
sit,
really like a small, it was like a, I don't even know what's the right word. It's like a cabin. That's all. It's like a
exactly, like
small
not
room.
like a tent, like a very
Small
small
tent.
tent. That's all. It was like just the kind of love, care, concern. And the best part is you get to experience this compassion of Swamiji there. Like,
Actually, this is something that I feel like Kumbh Mela is so unique for, right? Because the space that you experience in Kumbh Mela is like unlike any other. Because in even in programs, anywhere you come, you can experience, firstly, physical program is way more different than anything than online program. But still, even in a physical program where you come for inner awakening or kalpataru, you experience Swamiji deeply, but it's a different dimension altogether. It is Swamiji's like qualities, you experience more like all the ultimate truths, revealing the ultimate truths, and like giving the initiations, blessing, you see that aspect. But how does Swamiji manifest, embody, radiate those principles? You can only see when you're part of his Sena. Paramashiva Sena, see, understand. Don't think there's something you need to do. When you're part of Paramashiva Sena, you are doing something. No. When you are part of Paramashiva Sena, it is not you are contributing something, you are doing something for Swamiji. No, it is you are manifesting Swamiji, the ultimate qualities through you. I have seen this and I remember this so well in Kumbh Mela, right? See, for us, when there are two less people, managing is a big problem. Like what so many things do, very less people. When there are too many people, also it's a problem. You will not know how to manage leadership for 100 people, 200 people itself is not easy. Here we are talking about 500,000, like 100,000 people or 500,000 people, that quantity, because the sheer amount of volunteers, the Paramashiva Sena that came, it was not in
Wow.
hundreds or it was not just in thousands, it was in hundreds of thousands, the people that came. And how Swamiji single-handedly, you will expect when you hear about it, right? You will expect an ambience of stress, tension, like maybe sometimes screaming, some mismanagements. You'll feel like things were all not happening well, all this, right? That's what we will visualize because that's how society is. We always visualize like that throughout. You all can see the different clips that we are showing you all throughout. Not even once there was no smile on Swamiji's face. Not the smile also didn't even go. That is the space. Literally, that is exactly what how Swamiji was just radiating it. This is what you experience in Kumbh Mela. The space that you experience in Kumbh Mela is unique. It's powerful, and you can literally awaken this peak possibility in you.
How many of you here attended the Ujjain 2016 Kumbh Mela? How many of you here were there for that? Please post here in the chat if you were there in the Ujjain Kumbh Mela. Wow. So do you remember? Wow, I see many hands going up. Do you remember what a celebration it was? The kind of actually all these vessels that you're seeing, right? The effort that Swamiji put in just to ensure that these vessels are coming. See, Swamiji will say how the metal with which you're cooking matters a lot because it is using these metals, the metal with which you are boiling and all, like especially for some specific recipes, the iron is needed, and through that you will get the iron as a nutritional value. Just to get all these things, it's not a joke. How to procure all these? The effort that Swamiji put in was for so many months together, months together. Actually, this being there is, see, more than just, see, one is seeing the way how people are just in love with Swamiji and how the whole Kumbh Mela, like everyone comes together to celebrate the avatar, celebrating Swamiji as the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, and simultaneously, you will also see the Tyaga, the love, compassion, unconditional love that Swamiji had. See, each of these machines were all custom made and shipped for more than 1,500 kilometers and specifically gotten just to make sure that this is expanding and expanding. The service expands just to make sure that every person, whoever comes, not only they don't go hungry, but they also get enough of things, the best things to eat, best things to feed, nourish themselves and their very being. That is the way how Swamiji has planned, organized, worked tirelessly for, and made sure that the whole thing was a grand success.
Actually, the way how Swamiji came, right? Like you all can see here, this clip, this particular clip that you're all seeing, this is, if you see the background in here, right? In this particular clip, where you see the tin sheeted, like it's just a basic sheets around, like you all can see here. You see small cabins, and you can see like stalls. There's small cabins kind of a thing, and you can see it's all made of sheet. It's just like the asbestos sheet, like similar to that. Those thin sheets only the split is done, right? And you all can see there is nothing. It's like empty stalls. All right. This was just literally 2 days or three, like just a few days before the first Peshwai happened.
Actually, yeah, like this is like after Swamiji came.
The very first
No,
day that Swamiji.
when Swamiji had come, right? We didn't even have these Prabhavalis and all, if you
Yes.
remember. This was actually, I think, this particular clip, what we're watching is after 2 days of Swam, I think 2 days, or just the second day of Swamiji coming, because the day one, if you remember, only the sticks, like the sticks that you're seeing in the background, and the asbestos sheet, only that's all was there. the stalls also was not complete. It was
Yes.
like just only 2 3 cardboards were put, and it was like when we landed, it was like we didn't know if this is where exactly we are to be.
And many people are like, in 2 days, is this going to be ready? Like, what are we, is it going to be really possible? That's how it was. And the day Swamiji came here, you all can see how Swamiji is sitting in the center. And Swamiji is like, you can see that. And it's all, everyone around Swamiji. This is a small group, only temple group of volunteers. Then, like that, each department had their own. Swamiji will go department by department. Swamiji will sit. There was literally Swamiji came after a long travel. Swamiji came and sat here. You all can see how the tractors are coming. Every single thing Swamiji used to personally oversee. He will say, okay. And Swamiji will explain. Swamiji will give the like vision, like exactly where each one has to be. And personally, Swamiji used to guide. You all can see here the whole temple from scratch. Like Swamiji said, one group can go and build, get the umbrellas. One group can go and get the tavadams. One group can go and set up this. Everything from the scratch, Swamiji did it.
See, you can all see Swamiji is just sitting right there, right here. This is the place where Swamiji is sitting and overseeing the entire thing. And you will actually see what was there now, like just what you are seeing. This is what transformed, just the effort that Swamiji put in completely transformed into that grand temple that we all saw, where all the not just the stalls were put, whether the chandeliers or the jewels, like the grand way, the entire temple was just transformed into this beautiful manner. Every single thing, whether the Prabhavalis or the jewels, the Dandamalam, Tavadam, all these that you're seeing, everything was custom made, homemade. It was made, and Swamiji taught each of us how to make it and made it happen. Even the crown, the jewels that you see on the crown, these are all made. And like we all made it. Swamiji sat and taught each one of us and made it like in such a grand way. Like, when you are doing it, you won't even realize how it is going to come like. But so beautifully, Swamiji would manifest through you, do it, and suddenly you'll realize, wow, this is what I am part of. Now, what we saw as a temple, like just few minutes back, where there's literally nothing. In matter of 2 days, this is what Swamiji made it. How do each of you feel? How many of you feel like this kind of a competence is what I want to build in me? How many of you here are seeing in your own life? Just see many things like this. You are stuck because of your impossibilities, the different impossibilities that you're feeling in your life, where you're going to, you're struggling basically. You do not have a solution. You're stuck. But now you're seeing how just from nothing, what Swamiji had made this.
Can I request every one of you to share? All the participants. Come on, I request every one of you to post. How many of you, when you see it, you feel that? See, every aspect. Ma Prematavasi is posting me, and I'm seeing few more people raising your hands. Understand every aspect. When you see in front of your eyes, when you see all these principles manifesting in reality, like you get an ecosystem where you can live, apply, and practice these signs. You can practice these principles. You will not get this space anywhere else because mostly the way how each of these functions, right? Especially in the corporate society, we are trained to think in the binary. We are trained to think, okay, this has to happen, it has to be perfect, it has to be like this, like that. Until and unless you actually apply, experience it, you will never be able to taste that dimension. And that is exactly what Kumbh Mela is for you. That's an ecosystem where you can actually apply the science. Here it is not, it does not happen by, if you see all the people that are there, It's not like the people who have mastered Hinduism, who know Hinduism. No, it was everyone, and people from different corners who have never heard about Hinduism, from all corners of the world. Still, Swamiji made it happen. And throughout the time, you can just see how there is no sign of stress. I should not even use that word, because it not just there's no stress, there's so much of bliss, joy, activism, and life. This is life. This is the real competence you need to manifest leadership. How many of you here really experience struggles when it comes to leadership? How many of you here experience that constant, you feel like you don't have the capability, or sometimes you feel like you're not able to get what you want, you're not able to manifest what you want, you're not able to successfully lead? How many of you experience this? Can you all raise your hands? How many of you experience it? Raise your hands, please. Raise your hands. Every one of you, yes, you all can drop your hands. Please relax. See, every one of you that want to manifest leadership, Kumbh Mela is on ground, experiencing, receiving an ecosystem where you can practice each of these absolutely, completely, like an ecosystem where you can safely practice and experience these truths as your reality. Anyone who is not yet, if you have not yet signed up for Kumbh Mela, do not miss Kumbh Mela. Please make sure you sign up and become part of Kumbh Mela. This is too special and too important. Do not miss Kumbh Mela. Come and join, become a part of this.
वन्दनं गुरुवन्दनं गुरुचरणवन्दनं वन्दनं गुरुवन्दनं गुरुचरणवन्दनं नित्यानन्द गुरुचरणवन्दनं वन्दनं गुरुवन्दनं गुरुचरणवन्दनं नित्यानन्द गुरुचरणवन्दनं जन्मसार्थककरं गुरुदर्शनं वन्दनं गुरुवन्दनं गुरुचरणवन्दनं नित्यानन्द गुरुचरणवन्दनं पद सद सद ग पद पद परे ग प ग प ग सरे ग रे ग प ग पद पद सरे ग रे रे सद सा पद सद सद ग पद पद परे ग प ग संकट कवच मधुरानुभवानन्दं गुरुस्मरणं नित्यानन्दरूपं 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 वन्दनं गुरुवन्दनं गुरुचरणवन्दनं ri ga re ga pa da sa re ga re re sa da sa ga pa re ga pa ga sankata dhavacha madhuranubhavanandam guru smaranam
Nithyananda Rupam 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 Vandanam Guru Vandanam Guru Charana Vandanam Vandanam Guru Vandanam Guru Charana Vandanam Nithyananda Guru Charana Vandanam Vandanam Guru Vandanam Guru Charana Vandanam
Literally, being part of Kumbh Mela, see, nothing can equate you to experience that Kumbh Mela, being that space of Kumbh Puri. Like Kumbh Puri is a space where this whole thing happens. See, when you experience, when you are part of this grandeur, when you witness the grand narrative of Hinduism in front of you, you will experience, you will see how that beautifully manifests, as you can literally taste that joy, taste the essence of Hinduism. Each time you will be able to experience it personally, and you'll be able to apply it in your daily life.
How many of you here really have a strong will, like an intention saying, somehow I want to be in this Kumbh Mela? How many of you have this as a will in you? Raise your hands. How many of you have now already filled in and you have already gotten yourself ready for this? Please raise your hand. Great. So many of you have filled. Wonderful. How many of you here have the intention now? All those who have the strong intention, but you have some obstacle because of which you are not able to fill. Can you raise your hands now? Please keep your hands raised. When I say fill, I mean fill the form. Okay. Now listen, I see some of you raising your hands. Listen, relax, relax. Thank you so much. Now, listen to this very carefully. Listen. Don't worry about, see, your obstacles will look very real, realistic, and it look like you are, there is no option for it. You'll feel like there's no solution for it. But Swamiji has revealed a powerful secret. Your intention, Icha Shakti, is more powerful than the Kriya Shakti. Even if you have the will, strong will, hey, listen, whatever it may be, if you have not experienced that space, the celebration, what kind of experience you can get, it's uncomparable to anything in your life, anything, literally anything. Even if you have been attending a lot of programs, even if you have attended so many inner awakenings, that cannot equate to being on ground with Swamiji, Paramashiva, seeing Swamiji live in action. Oh my God, actually, multiple miracles would happen. I remember the way how Swamiji would see, we shared with all of you about the micromanagement, how Swamiji would still micromanage. And I also want to share the kind of love, care. See, during such a busy event, see, one side there'll be so many celebrities that are coming in, so many VIPs that are coming in. So all of them are constantly coming and they are coming and constantly trying to meet with Swamiji. And one more side, crowd, like unmanageable crowd. It's at any given point, hundreds of thousands of people, or sometimes even millions are just rushing. Continuously, there was traffic jam caused just because people were waiting to come and have Swamiji's darshan. So managing that, and Swamiji at the same time would personally go department by department, running a galleria. Galleria means every day Swamiji himself would guide and say, okay, now for all these people, you guys can make the Rudraksha bracelets, the yantras, the various mandalas, the deities, everything, and making it available for people, whoever wants to buy. So that anyone that wants to buy can come buy, they all can get whatever they want and experience that authentic Hinduism. And actually, what you're seeing now, it's like all these are giving glimpses how the preparation work happened. So, this all Swamiji would like sit and continuously Swamiji would see. Like literally, with each person, Swamiji would come and continuously micromanage, and Swamiji would look into each one of these things and make sure all these things are happening. And at the same time, Swamiji would also attend to the Adinavasi, Gurukul kids at that time. Oh God, like at one point, Swamiji would say, live darshan will be going on. Okay, and like the crowd will be long queues. The queue will be for a few kilometers. That long queues were there. And kilometers, I'm not joking or exaggerating, because starting from where Swamiji is giving darshan, all the way, it will go like a snake, like literally there will be so many barricades, so many rows would be there. People will be standing, and because the main hall, which would house 10,000 people, because that will start overflowing, they will, the next crowd would continue in the temple. We had such a long queue. The queue would continue in the temple. And on top of that, the whole front area, the courtyard area would be fully filled. And outside the entrance, for almost half a kilometer or sometimes 1 kilometer, people still stand. Like this is a crazy level crowd was there. And I'm not talking just one day or one instance. No, this would be the continuous way how the people would be coming during all this time. Do you know, Swamiji would actually sit and ensure whether did the Gurukul kids drink lemon juice, did they have the buttermilk because it is hot weather, make sure that they're not dehydrated. Swamiji would sit and check this level. Swamiji himself would be going around, doing campus rounds in such hot weather. With this level, Swamiji would do. See, when you're witnessing these things, all these qualities of Swamiji would start manifesting for you in your inner space. They would start manifesting as reality for you in your inner space.
And actually, the very story of how the Kumbh Mela, the sacredness of Kumbh Mela, we need to also understand the spiritual context for it. The time, this does not happen. See, it's not like every year it happens. Even every year is something that's, you need to take an opportunity of. But here, it happens only every 6 years. At the Kumbh Mela happens, every 12 years, Mahakumbh Mela happens. This Mahakumbh Mela is very, very auspicious because there's a particular muhurta. Actually, if you see, all the akhadas are the apex bodies of Hinduism, where all the temples and everything comes together. So Kumbh Mela is where that time there's like a particular time muhurta for the snan to happen, where the sacred dip is taken. During that time, that exact time, you would have to go and take the dip. That time is very auspicious. In that time, you would have to go and take the dip. And listen carefully, This muhurta, in that muhurta, all the akhadas, all the different apex bodies of Hinduism goes and takes the dip. It's like just that 10 minutes, that particular muhurta. And the best part is each one, every set, all the 10,000 sampradayas, different sampradayas, people who believe God is formless, people who believe God is only form, people who believe in everything, they all come together. The different sampradayas come together and they all become part of that Kumbh. And that sacred bath, the Shahi Snan, the royal, Shahi means royal, the royal Snan, the royal bath, where all the Mahamandaleshwaras, all the heads of the different akhadas, they all go and take the dip. And this ritual officially begins with Swamiji as the head, the supreme pontiff of Mahanirvani Akhada, as a Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada. Swamiji himself enters into the waters first and he will be taking the dip, which will officially begin the Snan, the Shahi Snan. And you all can see it's a sight to behold. If you have been in Kumbh Mela, if you have witnessed Kumbh Mela, that is the best thing you can have in your life.
Ma Vani Goyal, you're in US, right? Are you attending this Kumbh Mela? Have you signed up? Ma Vani Goyal, have you already signed up for Kumbh Mela? Come on, this is a chance that you should not miss. See, it's just 1 month. If you can take this 1 month, you will have multiple level breakthroughs. See, understand. Like any of you here, if you have a problem, let's say with relationships, you feel like there are some people in your life whom you really love or something you really want, but you're not able to manifest it. You're not able to handle that relationship, or you're constantly experiencing failures in relation. Kumbh Mela will break all that patterns in you. This will make you so powerful, so much of energy. The energy will just gush in you. So many level breakthroughs would happen. Really, actually, when Swamiji trained us, all the Balasins, the Gurukul kids, one of the most powerful trainings he received was in Kumbh Mela. 2016, Ujjain Simhasta Kumbh Mela was like one of the best tests. The way how Swamiji would train, it's like you'll physically see Swamiji doing it, right? So because Swamiji is doing it continuously, you will just start, your biomemory will start catching it. You will not feel, you won't have the time to feel impossibility in you because you have to do it. Like, for example, let's say that you have to polish the deities. Like, we had all these different things that we would do, or like polishing the deities. It's not one deity, 10,000 deities, 10,000 Hindu deities, all gathered in one place and displayed grandly in one place. So now, how you can manage so many people? God, the kind of people, each person would be from different backgrounds, speaking different languages. You have to expand. You have to manifest that leadership through you. You will experience that competence only through attending this Kumbh Mela. See, all those who have not yet signed up for Kumbh Mela, listen, you are not knowing what you're missing. Why is it that, see, why do you feel like, in this 1 month, it may be, you may be probably feeling, some of you, I think, feel like, oh God, if I take off this time, I want to do this thing. I have my own list of to-dos, my tasks that I want to complete in this next 1 month. Understand that whatever you feel you want to achieve in this 1 month, just surrender it and drop that and go attend this Kumbh Mela. Come and be a part of this Kumbh Mela. Surrender it to Swamiji. Suddenly, by end of this 1 month, you will have a huge breakthrough where 10 times of what you could have actually manifested in this 1 month will manifest for you.
And in this Kumbh Mela, see, the amount of arrangements, the scale in which the arrangements are happening, everyone, whoever is going to make it to the Kumbh Mela in LA, all of you, and in India, the amount of arrangement, already so much of work has happened. Please understand the excitement for Kumbh Mela. Like Swamiji is himself so excited And in addition to that, that wave of excitement has already reached to all the Raj Sabha members, all the second and third circles. It has already reached the wave of excitement, and literally Swamiji is moving continents to give you all the experience of all four. Charya, Kriya, Yoga, and Jnana. Means you're going to experience the best of Hindu Charya Pada. You're going to be experiencing the best of Hindu Charya Pada. You're going to be learning how to experience all the different lifestyle, applying basma, putting the wearing the Hindu traditional attire, doing puja, everything, the Charya Pada lifestyle, neem juice, everything, yoga. And the next is Kriya. Kriya is all the feeling connection, the rituals, all the ritualistic aspects. This is yoga, aligning your body, mind, and being. And fourth is jnana, experiencing all the powerful cognitions and manifesting it. All these four, you're going to be experiencing it together in Kumbh Mela. The arrangements, the preparations has already began. All the preparations and arrangements have already started, and the amount of arrangement that is going on is unimaginable. Literally, in this program, you're all going to be receiving the essence of Hinduism as your experience. If you have not yet decided to be there, you have to not miss Kumbh Mela. It is going to be too much. And if you're all in India, definitely this is not something you would want to miss. Being in India, you can just take a bus or a train or a flight and you can just reach that, go attend it. And it's anyways, it's not like, any obstacle, even if you have financial obstacles, somebody's already made it completely free. You just need to kidnap yourself and drop yourself there. Means you just need to escape from all the time constraints, obstacles, everything that you put for yourself, escape from those incompletions and just go be there. In that, when that 3 months that you spend there, it will give you unimaginable transformation. You will not have, your mind will not have time to constantly convince you. Your mind will not have time to constantly agitate you with patterns. Because in Kumbh Mela, literally, if you go, and especially as part of Paramashiva Sena, the intense activism of the lifestyle will just keep you so excited, so alive constantly. Because of that, any kind of patterns that you are struggling with, whatever issues, patterns, and obstacles, impossibilities that you are struggling with, it'll just shatter. Simply, it'll just shatter. You don't need to worry about any of those anymore. Understand, it's a humongous blessing, huge blessing that you're having. And Ma Asha Ramdat and Ma Patricia, how many of you have signed up? Ma Irene Lemos, Ma Yogeshwari. I request all of you to post. Ma Nithyanateshwari. Can I request you all to share here how many of you have already signed up to be part of the Kumbh Mela? Please post it here. I see more of you joining. Each time, all the participants, how many of you, whoever has decided, the experience that you are going to taste in Kumbh Mela, um, the kind of experiences that you're going to have, you being part of Kumbh Mela, literally you manifesting, being there in Kumbh Mela, there is so much that you'll experience. There is so much that Swamiji will be showering you as a blessing. You will be able to experience it. So, like Swamiji says, in Swamiji's style, Swamiji says, Kumbh Chalo. That's all. Just be there in Kumbh Mela. Be there in Kumbhapuri, where Swamiji actually is conducting the Kumbh Mela. That's called the Kumbhapuri, the place where Kumbh Mela is happening. The moment you enter that, just being there, that itself will have a phenomenal impact in your inner space. Literally, you will be able to experience it. Mahakumbh Mela is literally the expression that everything that Hinduism has to offer. In Sanatana Dharma, Kumbh Mela is the most celebrated gathering. Actually, statistically, consistently, the largest gathering of any kind in human history is Kumbh Mela. The number has been increasing in the quantity of people has been increasing in each successive Kumbh Melas. Like actually to give an idea of what this means, there were 78.6 million people. So out of which 35 million people were foreign tourists in the year 2013. And 240 million people, which is 103 million foreign tourists in 2019. And this year, it is expected to quadruple. You can imagine, already we had hit 103 million, sorry, 240 million people in the year 2019. And now we are in 2025, we're going to be having this Kumbh Mela, and you can expect the number to quadruple. Despite the enormous amount of people in Kumbh Mela, in Kumbhapuri, zero crime happens. This has been statistically proven that despite having such huge volume of people, absolutely zero crime in Kumbh Mela. An abundance of, you will just experience so much the ecosystem that Swamiji will be providing for you. Abundance of free organic vegetarian food, abundance of free accommodation for you, and a space with so many people but zero immoral or zero crime activities that happens. A whole gathering, a whole city based on one core truth, one core principle. All of them come together to experience, to taste Hinduism, to experience spirituality. It's like the 200, we are talking about not tens, hundreds of thousands, we're talking about millions, hundreds of millions of people, and all of them together for one purpose: to experience, to taste Hinduism, to experience its spirituality. The Mahakumbhapuri is a place where the Mahakumbh Mela is established, and that is the world's largest mega city, which gets set up within 3 weeks, which exists for 55 days, and then is removed within 7 days. And sometimes these particular details and exact days may as such vary based on the where the Mahakumbhapuri is being set up, but actually it's like a moving city that is established almost every 3 years in different places for Ardha Kumbh Mela and different Kumbh Mela. The main Mahakumbh Mela happens only once in 12 years. And the context of Kumbh Mela, like the very purpose of Kumbh Mela is to celebrate everything to do with Hinduism. In Kumbh Mela, literally everything to do with Hinduism is being celebrated. Anything and everything to do with Hinduism is celebrated. Every science, every teaching, every technique, everything is just celebrated. That is Kumbh Mela. So if you are there, if you are going to be there in Kumbh Mela, be clear, you are doing the best thing that you can possibly do for yourself by just being there in Kumbh Mela. Do not miss Kumbh Mela at any cost.
Actually, I just wanted to share one more thing. As all of you see, these are all the plates that actually even this Swamiji himself got it, made sure it is packed safely and sent it. And Swamiji would know the count of plates, like how many thousands, literally. Swamiji would know. Clearly, Swamiji would tell, okay, this here, in this kitchen, this much is there. See, if you are in one department, even if you're in one department, telling like this is like almost impossible for us. The Swamiji would be able to precisely tell. That would be the level of involvement or micromanagement, love, care. I don't know which word, because any word I put doesn't feel adequate to describe what Swamiji was doing and what Swamiji was transmitting to all of us. And at the same time, Swamiji would also ensure just because usually human beings, all of us think if something is, you have more quantity, then you'll compromise on the quality. Or if you have more quality, then you'll compromise on the quantity. But that is not how it is here. The way Swamiji does not compromise on either one of these. And that skill or the ability to be like that is what Swamiji is teaching us. And Swamiji is training all of us during this Kumbh Mela. That is one of the multivarious things that you will get to experience during the Kumbh Mela. Actually,
the grandeur, the scale in which Swamiji conducts the whole Kumbh Mela, you will literally see how the whole Hinduism, the Hindu diaspora receives and celebrates it. Like we can even listen to the sharings from people, how so many people experience, they share how what it means for them. The way, the grandeur, the scale in which Swamiji has arranged it. And literally the whole 2 billion Hindus, and in Ujjain it was like just too beautiful. And everyone came together and each of them offered their gratitude for the way how they were tasting Hinduism for the first time, how they were experiencing Hinduism unlike ever before.
Nithyananda, today is April 30th, and I think today is the 6th day in a row. Swamiji is giving these mega darshans, mega energy darshans at Ujjain. The entire Ujjain, the whole Ujjain and Indore, Swamiji has become household name. Everybody in Ujjain, everybody in Indore, they know Swamiji. If you see the people, the way they are coming from far and wide, coming from various places in Madhya Pradesh, coming from Bhopal, Indore, and about maybe 100 to 200 kilometers radius, they are coming here to meet Swamiji and have these beautiful darshans. These darshans are going till 1:32 in the morning. So many thousands and thousands of people are coming to have this beautiful glimpse and have one touch by Swamiji.
बहुत अच्छा लगा, साक्षात स्वर्ग के दर्शन होने, परम परमेश्वर की कृपा है कि एक उज्जैन एक स्वर्ग जैसा दिख रहा है और यहाँ इतने बड़े बड़े महापुरुषों के दर्शन हुए, इससे बड़ी बात और क्या हो सकती है। धन्य हो गए हम।
कैसा था स्वामी जी का पेशवा?
बहुत अच्छा था सबसे ज्यादा, और सबसे बड़ी खुशी की बात कि फॉरेन के बहुत थे, एक खुशी की बात वो इनसे जुड़े, इससे बड़ी बात और क्या हो सकती है।
May 4th to May 24th, 2016, Ujjain.
Don't miss Kumbh Mela.
Nithyananda Peetham, the largest residential camp in the whole festival. It is 7-acre plot and over 400,000 square feet built up. At the Nithyanandeswara temple, and this is 28,000 square feet. It has over 200 deities. Daily there is a lot of activity going on. Yesterday there were over 25,000 people in just one day. Very nice spot here at the Semasta Kumbh Mela. In the temple a lot is going on. People are of course enjoying the deities, but there is also a daily Kalpataru program by one of the initiated Archayas. A lot of people attending the class. It takes all day, and in the end of the day Swamiji is even giving darshan himself right here. Also here the Gurukul kids give third eye demos, demonstrating the power of the third eye awakening. The Nithyananda Galleria products, the books of Swamiji, malas, and many other gifts.
My name is Arpit Upadhyay. I am from Ujjain. We come here to see Nithyananda.
And how do the people of Ujjain see Swamiji?
Yeah, they are like Nithyananda.
We are so happy. So Nithyananda is coming here. We are so happy.
May 4th to May 24th, 2016, Ujjain.
Don't miss Kumbh Mela.
जानकारी दे रहा है। यह किसी भी प्रकार की जानकारी आपसे मांग रहा है या आपसे कैसे जीने से संबंधित कोई भी जानकारी दे रहा है तो उसकी बातों में न आए। हो सकता है वह आपको भेद करने की कोशिश कर रहा है। ऐसे व्यक्तियों से सावधान रहें कि वो उन पर नजर रखें। எல்லா கொடையும் பிரிச்சு நல்லா ரொட்டேட் பண்ணுங்க. எல்லா கொடையும் நல்லா விரிச்சு ரொட்டேட் பண்ணுங்க. ப்ளீஸ் எல்லா கொடையும் நல்லா ப்ராப்பரா பிடிங்க. All the umbrellas to be open. Annamalyan song. Annamalyan song. Annamalyan song.
Sorry for the technical glitch. I hope now all of you are able to hear me. Sorry for that. We will now, we were just sharing all of you how the people that you're seeing here were all gathered to have just that one glimpse of
Actually, literally, in this entire Kumbh Mela is what anything, all the traditions, anything you know about Hinduism, you will find it in Kumbh Mela. All the scriptures, teachings, and literally what Swamiji did is he reunited Hindus back to Hinduism. Do you see the volume of people here? You know, so many newspaper channels used to say, anywhere we see Puri, we only see Nithyananda's Dwaja. We see the flag of Swamiji that is flying high. Literally, that was the scene. You all can see here. Anywhere you turn your head around, you will find people because the volume in which people are getting inspired. Hindus, see, understand. You can attend many Hindus. Kumbh Mela is the largest congregation, so naturally there will be so many Hindus that are coming there. But every other that every other places that Hindus could see, there was no one to give them the right context and empower them. That one thing but they all become to make them understand to you to make us re-inspiring us to connect back to Hinduism. That is what Swamiji did. Just like about everything else, right? When the Christians come, the whole like Quran and Sri is so interesting about or the Hindu themselves. Then this is how all the Christians will come together. This scene that you're all is like an entire scene, much more capacity because Kumbh Mela is like much more than the whole anything else that you can imagine.
See, this kind of a volume of people and the work that Swamiji would do, it's like something just too much. You can't really imagine how can someone plan in this large scale. Actually, what I was sharing with this photograph, there are a lot of components in this that you can just see just in this one picture where you will understand the way how Swamiji plans. This is a small, see, the Kailasa Ujjain had multiple different components, whether it is the continuous Annamandir. Understand in Annamandir, the kitchen stuff, the fire did not turn off for the full 2.5-3 months. It didn't turn off means what? Continuous cooking was happening, serving of food was happening. One more side, the medical facility, continuously free medical services, health checkup, and medical care that was being done. And continuous services, various other services like healing services were happening, power manifestations were happening, and the darshans, Swamiji was giving the darshan, special programs, life solutions, consolations, and consultations, and different unique components all came together. You know something very interesting in this? During this whole time, the way how, like you can see, the kind of planning and micromanagement Swamiji would do is like too amazing. While so many things are happening and the temple is running, Swamiji had micromanaged the extent. You can just see in this one picture whether the barricade, how the barricades have to be placed and how lights, speakers have to be placed, in what distance it has to be placed so that no one misses any announcement and no one has to even walk a few extra steps to hear. And continuously they're all listening to the devotional kirtans and being in that high space. And if you observe here, whether the traditional kodai means the traditional umbrellas, the umbrellas themselves, the umbrellas that you notice, the umbrellas themselves, and the dombai means the hangings that you're seeing on top, or the toranams, the one that you're seeing on the stall, each of these that are there, all these are traditional decoration items in Hinduism. And these have a spiritual significance too. You will not see any kind of a Western decoration piece or anything like that. Completely traditional and most grandest way. Swamiji would plan for all these things. Simultaneously, Swamiji would micromanage to the extent whether in the ground, the carpet is it taped, has the ground been completely swept, clean, so that anyone that is walking, they're all able to walk comfortably. No sand is able to get into the carpet. My God. And even the boards that is, these are all different stalls that were placed, only representing the major Kailasas, not all Kailasas, just the major Kailasas. This itself was a few hundreds in number. And for each one of these major Kailasas, there were especially the major temples of Kailasas, the photograph that is there, and what service will be provided in each of these places, and the deities, what jewel the deity is wearing, what dress the deity is wearing, everything, end to end, subject.
And you know, like I still remember one thing where the hall had like the main program hall. It used to consistently have like easily about 100,000 people who were attending the program itself. So for them, like we had a huge LED screen set up. In addition to Swamiji, and I think the back of the Swamiji will say nobody should miss, like you know, they should not feel like they're not able to see anything. So there used to be like multiple screens for them to see. And for temple, it's a different set. It's constantly moving. The crowd is not a stagnant crowd. It's moving. Throughout the day, people queue up for darshan and they finish one after the other, one after the other. They go through the temple, right? So Swamiji said, even that few minutes people have to wait, people should not miss something. Like they should not feel like they wanted to see something they could not see clearly. So because that LED screen, there was no place to set it because everywhere there were people. Swamiji
got like huge the TV screen monitors, and every few pillars, we used to have those pillars, right? Somebody said, no, tie it up to those pillars, that pillars are free. Tie it up in those pillars so people will have continuously, they'll be seeing, they will know what to expect further. And so the main Mahakalesha darshan used to happen, and when Swamiji comes and gives darshan in temple, the darshan used to be projected then. That is the way that Swamiji cares. And you can see it is this love of Swamiji's, it is this hard work, dedication that has come back, has returned as this phenomenal wave, volume of love and devotion to Swamiji. The responsibility that Swamiji has taken upon himself for Hinduism, for the Hindus. It is the gratitude of the 2 billion Hindus that is showcased through these clips that you all can see, how they have all gathered to receive Swamiji, to catch a glimpse, to just express their devotion, their love to Swamiji. Whether the kind of preparations that had happened for this, the amount of effort, hard work that went in for each of these. See, this war became the temple that we are seeing. Oh my God, in a matter of few days. Swamiji himself would be there, personally micromanaging. This hall, like an empty hall, you can see it's just a plain barren ground on which first the net, like a netted cloth is put, on top of which mattresses are placed, carpet is put, mattresses are placed, pillows are placed end to end. You'll actually see, first they'll roll the mattress, then Swamiji actually would come. He himself would test. And like anywhere, wherever the ground is not even, Swamiji would make sure the ground is getting even. My God, like, can you imagine? See, this is not the temple area. What you're seeing here is the main hall, the programs hall, where the participants had come for the program. There was one main Shuddhadvaitam program happening, one more temple functioning, Gurukul, the Annamandir, and Sacred Arts, Galleria. I'm just telling some few of the multiple departments that would function simultaneously. And the most amazing thing is, you take care of everything. Like, how did Swamiji do it? Exactly. Like, every department will feel like it's just so upgraded, alive. Every day, breakthroughs after breakthroughs. And you go ask everyone will say, no, Swamiji is spending the most time here only. He's micromanaging to the level where he's seeing our Excel sheets, spreadsheets. He sees every small, tiny information, every single thing Swamiji would see.